So I'm making this video today because I haven't made any sort of vlog at all today, and it's going to be testing and showing you guys this GoPro mic that I got for Christmas. I mainly have been doing my vlogs with my GoPro, at least for what I hold, mainly because it's small, light, does 4K video, does some slow-mo video, and it's easy to use. So I don't have to use my A7S, my giant camera, all the time. So one of the things that sucks with GoPro, and this is with all GoPros, the audio quality isn't always the greatest. So I got this GoPro mic to see if the audio quality would be any better. Okay, I'll show you the microphone here. This is it. It's the little guy. It's actually an 1/8" microphone plugged into a USB adapter. It's a cool little stereo microphone. Has some windscreens and things that you can put on it, so that way we can block out some noise or wind noise, things like that. So I'm gonna show you some examples with it, without it, and hopefully plugging it in and out, so that way you can actually see audio quality. I don't even know if there will be a difference. I vlogged yesterday with it, and it seemed like there was a little bit of a difference. So we'll see if there actually is a difference, and I'll continue to use it and see if I notice any changes. Okay, so this is me talking without the microphone plugged in. I have it here in my hand. It's just this little, it's actually an 1/8" microphone, and it plugs into this little 1/8" to USB jack, which plugs into the side of the GoPro, and then you can actually move it and twist it around. It's kind of a cool little microphone. So now I'm going to plug this microphone back in and see if you can hear a difference. Okay, so now I plugged the microphone back in. Don't know if you can actually hear a difference or not, so that's what we have to test. This microphone also came with some windscreens, so that could be helpful with some wind, keeping the wind noise out of the microphone. Okay, this is me trying to test this microphone again, because the first test that I did with the microphone plugged in, it was actually making lots of static, and I have no idea why that is. So I moved the microphone around, and we'll see if it actually makes a difference. I'm just talking to see if this is a good enough test, or if the microphone makes a bunch of static again. Okay, this is the next test. So it's still staticky. I don't know why. The only thing different from yesterday to today is today I had Wi-Fi on, so I could see it on my phone. So I just turned Wi-Fi off to see if that actually makes a difference and if it's less staticky. Okay, so I just tested that last clip and there was no more static. So at this point, my conclusion would be that if your Wi-Fi is on your GoPro, there's static introduced through the USB port, which connects to the microphone. Super weird. I don't know why that is. Probably shouldn't happen, but now there's no static. So if you want to use this microphone, you can't use Wi-Fi. Okay, so the last test I'm going to do is plugging and unplugging the microphone while it's recording. I don't know if it's actually like very plug and play while recording. If it'll just switch over to the onboard mic and then back to the USB mic. Who knows? So here we go. We're going to unplug the microphone. And now I'm talking without the microphone plugged in. Don't know if you can even hear me right now, because I don't know how these GoPros work that well. I'm going to plug the USB back in. Now the USB microphone is plugged back in. Hopefully you can hear me and hear a difference with this microphone plugged in. Okay, there was the test. Okay, so here's the GoPro with this microphone on it. So the only issue with this GoPro, or this GoPro mic, is it plugs in USB, which means you have to use one of these types of housings, or you would have to cut a hole in, say, this kind of housing. Now, those housings are fine, but the only thing that they don't allow me to do is have this back screen on it. And normally I have this double wide case that allows me to have this screen on it, which is a horrible quality screen, but at least you can see framing and it actually helps. And you can't put this screen on because it uses this for the connection and it's blocking it, obviously. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to attempt to modify this case. Luckily I have like 3 of them, so I can destroy this one and see if I can get this to mount on here so I can have the microphone and the screen at the same time, and hopefully it doesn't have an issue like the Wi-Fi did. Okay, here it is, GoPro 4 with the microphone.
that housing and the screen attached to the back of it. It is working properly. So now we just have to see if the screen introduces any noise in the microphone. But so far, I was able to modify the case enough that the screen actually locks in there, as it should. Okay, this is a quick test with the GoPro Hero 4, the screen, and the microphone attached to it to see if it introduces any noise into the image. Okay, so I modified this little guy. As you can see here, I cut off this tab here. But one thing that I remembered was I had an old GoPro housing that I actually drilled a hole into to run a USB cable into it to keep it powered. So I modified it a little bit to fit the microphone, which now fits in there snugly, and then modified the back. Or I didn't modify the back, I added the extended back for the touchscreen. And this seems like a little bit better of a solution. I would think, because you don't have to worry about your audio with this case being fully enclosed, because your audio is now external with that, which gives you a little bit more, it's a little bit more sturdy, and I think the better solution than actually modifying this housing, even though I did it, so now I have it. This seems like the better solution, though you are drilling into like a $50 or $40, $50 housing. Luckily, I have a couple of different ones, including like the blackout one, which I'll probably end up spray painting this one black, so it is blacked out. But if you don't mind drilling into your expensive housing, you can add a slot for your USB port for charging or microphone or whatever. But this is probably what I'll end up using from now on.